the Sundowns in the Champions League finals on Tuesday. Good evening. This is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has led Tanzanians at Kaitaba Stadium to pay last respects of 19 bodies, victims of the precision airplane crash that occurred on Lake Victoria yesterday morning during a heavy rainstorm. The plane had on board 43 passengers when it left Dar es Salaam to Bukoba and crashed when it tried to land at Bukoba Airport. The government has also pledged employment to one of the rescuers, a fisherman, with the fire and rescue force following his exemplary rescue efforts.
Kwa sasa timu ya utaalamu inaendelea. Hivyo ni wasihi wananchi utulivu mpaka hapo timu hii itakapokamilisha na kutoa taarifa kwa umma wakati wa uchunguzi utakapokamilika.
Ninaamini mpaka itakapofika jioni ya leo, ndege ya Air Tanzania Bombardier Q400 inaweza kutua na kuruka kwenye uwanja wetu huu wa Bukoba.
Siku ya jana, nipende kutoa pole nyingi sana kwa Watanzania wote, kwa ndugu jamaa na marafiki wa marehemu wote, pamoja na hata wale ambao walipata madhara mbalimbali katika hii ndege yetu.
Nimepokea vizuri na agizo la waziri mkuu, nimelipokea vizuri kwa sababu nimepokea kwa faraja kubwa, kwa sababu ilikuwa ni sehemu ya ndoto yangu itokee siku moja hata na mimi nifanye kitu kwa ajili ya taifa.
May their souls rest in eternal peace. Amen. Now, moving on, following the tragic precision airplane crash that occurred in Bukoba, Kagera region, some members of parliament have advised the government to improve its rescue forces and preparedness in addressing disasters at all times in order to reduce destruction and loss of lives. Our preparedness in these incidences are low. The accident occurred 300 kilometers away from mainland. If communications were good, then a big number of people could have been rescued.
Wale wahusika wanapaswa kukaa attention kwa kila wakati.
Those responsible must be prepared all time. In this case, we should thank God for those who were rescued by fishermen. I am advising for such things not to occur again.
Mshukuru Mungu wale waliookolewa na wavuvi. Lakini kwa mara nyingine tena mimi nashauri isije kujitokeza kabisa.
Meanwhile, Parliament also received a report from the Services and Community Development Committee on the inquiry of the Higher Education Students' Loan Board, as had been directed by the Speaker of the House, following complaints by the Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Professor Adolf Mkenda, that the board does not listen to him. The report states that there was no evidence of the minister's claims against the board.
Kamati haijapata ushahidi wowote unaoonyesha kwamba bodi ilileta kiburi na kukwamisha utendaji wa waziri.
The committee has not seen proof that the board failed to adhere to directives given and was obstacle in minister's efforts.
Sikuja kushtaki bodi humu, sina haja kushtaki bodi naimudu.
I never came to report the board because I can handle the board. I never said they were obstacle, but I used the word resistance to imply issues like speed, internet, and was not happy with certain information given by the board. Ministers' Committee should refer to clause given, and CAG will investigate on how the accounts look like at the board. In another development, the Minister of Finance and Planning, Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, today tabled in Parliament the proposed National Development Plan for 2023-2024.
Hadi Juni 2022, deni la serikali lilikuwa shilingi bilioni 71,500.
Till June 2022, government loan was 71,000 billion shillings used in development projects, including irrigation projects, road, electricity, education, health and other development projects.
Pamoja na afya pamoja na miradi mingine ya maendeleo.
A day after the air precision plane crash at Bukoba Airport, Kagera region, some citizens have said poor rescue tools and focus on salvaging the plane instead of the victims are some of the causes of the big number of lives lost in the incident.
Sina kumpongeza kabisa na sijajua viongozi wetu wa Kitanzania wanafikiri tupate jambo gani gumu zaidi.
I don't see who to congratulate in this incident because I don't know what our government is waiting for to be well prepared when disasters occur. Because the accident occurred around 8 a.m. and rescuing operations were more efficient by 4 p.m. I don't know how prepared is our government when disasters occur.
Kwanza kabisa serikali imetuonyesha sisi wa Tanzania.
The government has shown us how much unsafe we are as Tanzanians, because with such incident, the government should have made mega efforts in rescuing operations. It would have given us faith that whatever a disaster occur, our government is there to protect us.
Kwa masikitiko makubwa, sidhani kama jeshi letu la uokoaji liko serious.
I don't think if the rescue brigade can handle such pressure, because we could only see fishermen rescuing people from the accident. It is quite surprising what was done by a man who broke the plane door during the rescuing operation instead of trained and well-equipped officers. I would say the exercise was drowned by a high level of negligence.
Ile ndege ilianguka kilomita chache tu, mita chache. Mita 100 kutoka nini wanasema coast nchi kavu, na uwanja wa ndege hauko mbali kihivyo. Kwa hiyo ina maana kama jeshi letu lilikuwa lina unit ya emergency kwa ajili ya kujiandaa kwa maafa kama haya, hata wale watu 19 naamini wasingeweza kufa.
A fire has caused destruction of electricity and water infrastructure in Seloto Forest Reserve in Dareda, Ward Babati District, Manyara region, causing the ward to incur disruption of water services. The fire is alleged to have been started by a resident clearing his farm.
Moto huu umeunguza umeme hatuna, maji hatuna.
This fire has affected our electricity and water supplies.
Miundombinu ya maji iliungua kama mabomba yale ya plastic.
Water infrastructures were destroyed, leaving people without water. Fire has destroyed about 50 kilometers.
Chanzo cha moto baada ya kuchunguza ilibaini kuwa ni
Source of fire is some farmers were clearing land for cultivation activities. Due to strong winds, the fire spread out. The government in Rufiji, Kibiti and Kibiti districts, Coast region, have seized more than 600 cattle that had been left to graze on farms by herders in an operation that was implemented in various villages of the district.
Lakini pia nishukuru serikali kupitia mwenyekiti wa kamati ya ulinzi na usalama Mheshimiwa DC.
I thank the government through the district commissioner leading his committee in removing animals roaming around, because farmers were largely affected from destructions done by these animals. People should respect governing laws so that livestock keepers can rear their animals properly, and farmers should farm in areas set for their activities.
Nilikuwa nimelima mazao ya matikiti, kuna vijana wangu 3 ambao nilikuwa wananisaidia kuhusu hilo shamba. Kwa bahati mbaya au nzuri, kwa sababu naweza kusema nzuri kwao, mbaya kwangu mimi, walikuja wafugaji na ng'ombe zao wakaingiza shambani.
Kuna mgogoro wafugaji na watumiaji wengine wa ardhi.
There are conflicts between livestock keepers and other land users. These issues are discussed every now and then. Major Goele, you never sleep. I congratulate you for the good job, because every day there are parcels coming from Mtwara and Kibiti.
It's the right choice kwa Rufiji. Hapumziki huyu.
And Tanzania Railway Corporation has entered into an agreement with South Korean company Songshin Rolling Stock for purchase of machines and equipment for construction of the standard gauge railway SGR worth $51 million that would be used to increase efficiency once the SGR starts operations.
Reli yetu ni ya kisasa sana. Kwa hiyo kusema kwamba unaweza ukafanya matengenezo kwa kuangalia kwa macho sio rahisi. Lazima tufanye kwa mashine. Na lakini vile vile kwa spidi ile, maana yake swala la usalama ni swala ambalo ni muhimu sana. Kwa hamwezi kubahatisha au mkaruhusu wanasema human error au mapungufu ya kibinadamu. Mtu akiwa anaangalia kwa macho ule kusema kwamba anaweza akawa 100% ni ngumu sana.
Very important on behalf of the SGR contract for the SGR line maintenance machines. So this 26 machine is going to make your maintenance level is much higher. That's I'm trusting 100%, and we are very much just the side of PRC.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. Welcome back, and in international news. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, residents who have fled their villages following attacks carried out by M23 rebels have expressed concern on the hardships they are facing due to the deteriorating situation. They have urged the government to increase efforts in addressing the situation so that peace and stability can prevail.
Msaada fulani tuko na chunga tu kama guvernema itafanya geste fulani juu.
We don't receive any aid. We are just waiting for the government to come and help us. There is no water, food, or shelter.
Si tulikuwa Rugari, batoto tulibaacha Kanombe. Siku tulifika Rugari.
I ran away from Rugari and left my children in Kanombe for their safety. And then I came back in Rugari.
Wana masasi inatokea kule Yuru. Kisha tukakimbia.
A new round of talks has begun in Nairobi, Kenya, between Ethiopia's government and Tigray regional representatives to work out military and other details of last week's signing of a permanent cessation of hostilities in a 2-year conflict thought to have killed hundreds of thousands of people. Those facilitating the talks include former President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, African Union envoy and former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo, and Nigerian, South African and Kenyan military officers.
We are here as not mediators but facilitators, convinced that these brothers who know each other and know each other well will be able to work and formulate together the best way to bring a permanent cessation and resolution to the problem that has confronted our brothers and sisters, our mothers and children from Ethiopia in a peaceful way. And I am convinced that that will happen. We started in Pretoria. We are inching our way closer. We are now in Nairobi. We are very hopeful next time we'll be in Mekele.
Our people in Tigray, particularly where TPLF used to be, and that our defense force have not reached at, need aid shortly, and we have to expedite this process so that we have to begin services. Services have begun in the areas where our defense forces are there, but in the areas also where we had not access, we have to quickly reconnect services, both telecoms, energy, and banking systems.
We have people starving. We have people displaced. We are talking about millions of people. They need to go back home. They need to rest assured that they will have access to food. Even in some areas, they're not even in a position to harvest. And it's our hope and expectation that whatever arrangements the two people are going to make will make it easy for people.
South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has denied wrongdoing in testimony to a parliamentary panel examining whether he should face impeachment over an allegation cover-up of a haze at his farmhouse. The presidency said that President Ramaphosa, in a written statement, denies that he is guilty of any allegations made against him. The scandal erupted in June after South Africa's former national spy boss filed a complaint with the police alleging that robbers broke into the president's farm and stole $4 million in cash stashed in furniture. The scandal risked derailing Ramaphosa's bid for a second term as president of the South African National Congress, ANC. And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly after this break. I'll be right back. Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The Cashnut Board in the country, CBT, has said that 39,174 tons of cashews have so far been sold at 8 auctions in Mtwara, Lindi and Coast regions at the prices of between 1,836 and 1,990 shillings a kilo, with the number of companies participating at the auction also increasing from 21 to 34.
Katika wiki hii ya tatu, bei zimeendelea kuimarika kwa kiasi kikubwa na
in this third week, prices have continued to improve from 1,836 to 1,990 shillings. Meanwhile, the number of buyers who got licensed have reached 34 companies. It is our hope that prices will continue to improve in regard to market conditions. Fluctuation of cashnut prices are highly affected by India, Europe, China and USA markets.
Wakati ya hizo tani 39 ambako zimeshauzwa mpaka kufika jana. Tani 39 ziko zimeshauzwa.
Till yesterday, 39,000 tons were sold. So far, farmers are still taking their cashnut in warehouses. The exercise will continue throughout the system.
Na ataendelea msimu mzima kama ambavyo pia wanunuzi kama sasa mwenyekiti wameongezeka.
Petroleum company Total Energies has said that it is committed to ensure it continues to improve its services so that customers get good quality products and services. This was said in Dar es Salaam during the company's customer week.
Listen to our customer, get their feedback and interact with them. You know, the customer is really part of our DNA, customer service, and this year actually our theme for the customer fuel and lubricant.
In some places, customers do not get services they deserve. I believe that customers must be given priority in getting services.
If somebody is paying for something, definitely lazima kuna namna unatakiwa umpe priority.
Pata bidhaa zetu kwa good quality. Yeah? Yani quality tunazingatia sana katika uzalishaji, lakini pia katika products zile ambazo tunauzia wateja wetu.
The government is in the final stages of creating the Tanzania Electronic Investment Window, which aims to provide investment services at one-stop center in order to facilitate services and eliminate bureaucracy.
Tumetengeneza lile dirisha moja la kuwahudumia wawekezaji ambalo liko
We have created special platform for investment activities through online system.
Kutokana mwananchi anajua ama mfanya biashara anajua nitakapokwenda.
Through electronic investment window, it will reduce cost, time and make easy solutions.
Langu litatatuliwa kwa wakati.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next. Welcome back, and in sports news tonight. The coach of Simba Queens, Charles Lukula, has said that in order for the team to win the Women's Champions League, they have to give their best performance when they meet Mamelodi Sundowns in the semi-finals tomorrow in Morocco.
All players are in better shape, and I know right now we are playing defending champions, Mamelodi. We are the underdogs, but I think we shall respect them after the game. But we are going to come into this game knowing what is at stake, because if you want to become a champion, then you must beat each and every one you meet. So we are now like 180 minutes to be champions of Africa in terms of women club championship. But it takes good preparation, and I think we are doing well, even in terms of strategy, because if you want to win a game, it's not only on the pitch where you go and give players tactics and you say I'm done, but you look also at the opponent. We've watched the opponent play. We know they are very good in ball handling.
Ya kwanza kabisa na imani kila mmoja amejiandaa vizuri, na pia kocha wetu ametraining vizuri mpaka sasa, na hakuna mtu yote ambaye ana uoga wowote. Mimi nina imani kwamba hata kama wao ni mabingwa watetezi, na imani tutaenda kufanya kitu kikubwa hiyo siku ya tarehe 9 inshallah. Na imani pia na wachezaji wangu, kila mmoja ana morali nzuri na viongozi wanatupa support nzuri, na mchezaji yoyote yule yupo kama mwanajeshi anaenda vitani, kwa hiyo hawezi kuogopa vita. Kwa hiyo sisi hatuwezi kuogopa wapinzani wetu. Sisi tutaenda kuwaonyesha kitu kikubwa sana hiyo siku ya tarehe 9.
Now, Yanga Sports Club has left Sose for Tunis, where they will meet Club African for Tunisia on the 9th in the return leg match to qualify for the group stage of the CAF Champions Cup, with stakeholders giving their views on the upcoming game.
Kule chochote kinaweza kutokea kwa sababu timu yetu ni nzuri sana, lakini matokeo yako matatu: sare, draw, kufunga na kufungwa. Lolote litakalotokea kule, bado msimamo wangu nataka wananchi wa Yanga na wananchi wa Tanzania nzima wawe watulivu, waache kabisa chokochoko hizi maneno yanayoendelea.
Boxer Said Torres and Ramadan Mzee are among boxers to clash at the Dar es Salaam Boxing Derby to take place on November 20th this year at the Kinesi Grounds, with supporters from both camps saying they will turn up to cheer the boxers.
Piga mwanzo nilikutana naye kipindi hicho 2018 sio 2016 nilipiga pale makomesho. Nilipiga vizuri tu, na kipindi hicho ndo naanza ngumi na mechi kama 3-4 hivi, lakini kwa sasa hivi na mechi zaidi ya 18. Bwana huyu hawezi kutoboa.
Well, that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimba. Thank you for watching, and good night.